say anything.
Hiya.
Hello, folks.
You alright?
Yeah.
Are you Jordan, is it? Yes.
Yes.
I understand it's been cancelled.
What?
The event tonight. Well, it's just according to this
Then?
venue.
Your meeting?
Your meeting?
Decide.
Your meeting's been, it's been cancelled as in from the pub's point of view, not from your point of view.
I'm not here for the meeting.
Right, what are you here for then?
I'm using my laptop. Can't do it when I'm driving.
Right, I'm not being funny, but why are you here then?
I've come here to use my laptop, and then I've come here to meet Jordan as well.
Right. Well, the landlord doesn't want you on these premises, and it's his entitlement to refuse people to be on the premises.
Well, actually, he's the manager. He doesn't own the building, so he doesn't own this property, this land.
You've not got permission to be here at this time. I'm trying to be reasonable about it. I appreciate it must be frustrating that you've set this up and then it's not, you know, it's not gone as ahead as you want. You know, I don't want to be funny about it, but you're being asked to leave the premise. What contingencies have you got? Because he doesn't want you to hold that on these premises.
What's that, sorry?
What contingencies have you got? Is there anything you can put out on your website?
I think we've got enough things put on websites about this evening.
Yeah, there's been a lot of things put on the website. Yeah.
I know it's disappointing, but equally, that's his decision. Are you Adam Walker then?
Sorry?
Are you Mr. Walker?
Am I Adam Walker?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
No, I'm expecting you to be here, that's why I'm asking if it is you or not, right?
I'm just wondering where you managed to get my name from.
I don't know why I'm in a difficult conversation, because I'm trying to be quite open with you, and it's not any difficulty, it's quite a straightforward conversation.
I'm just wondering where you've got my details from.
Well, I'm expecting here, or up to the last sort of hour, that you were coming to a meeting here. The meeting's been cancelled.
Did anybody tell me that I was coming here?
Yes.
Who?
It's on a website.
Right. So you've been following the website?
Well, yeah, we're local police, we need to be, don't we? We need to know if there's going to be any problems for you as well as for anybody else.
I can assure you that there won't be any problems. The only problems that are being created are outside of this vicinity.
Right. I'm trying to be reasonable, engage in a conversation and not be funny about it.
Well, that's all right. Well, that's fine.
Right, so...
We were due to hold a meeting.
I know
there.
you were.
It's been cancelled in the building.
Yeah.
We still intend to hold a meeting. It may be that we hold the meeting in this car park. We might hold the meeting in the middle of the road over there.
You can't hold it in the car park because the curtilage is part of their premise, so you won't be allowed to do that.
Unfortunately, that's not our problem, because we entered into a contract with the establishment, and the contract has been broken.
Well,
now I realise that you're in a difficult position, and so am I.
Exactly.
So is the landlord, but this is a problem between the landlord and his employer. It's got nothing to do with me and nothing to do with you.
Well, we're here like you are in terms of trying to facilitate something reasonable, but they're saying we don't want it on this car park.
The reasonable thing that I'm trying to facilitate is the fact that we're going to go ahead with our meeting, regardless.
No, I'm just wondering shouting you up.
Because the fact is, I've travelled quite a distance to come here.
Right, appreciate
that. In fact, I set off here to come here at about 4 o'clock this afternoon to make sure that I was here. And I've travelled an extremely long distance to come and speak in that pub there.
Yeah.
That man has pulled out at the last minute because of pressure from the brewery. That's got nothing to do with me. I have to hold a meeting. But simple as that.
Well, the fallout's with the brewery then?
Well, yes, it does. And then
have you spoken to the brewery?
I haven't spoken to the brewery, no. I don't see why I should have to speak to the brewery.
Well, it's down to them why they don't want to hold the meeting.
Yes,
really,
it is. But you know, the brewery need to remember that they're on some pretty dodgy ground here, because what they're actually they obviously think that they're above the Human Rights Act, and they obviously think that they can supersede that. The freedom of association, freedom of expression, freedom of belief, and the freedom to associate. they obviously think they're above that, and they're not.
Has a deposit been paid?
Well, the contract was entered into between Jordan and the landlord of that pub there. It was a verbal contract, and he has cancelled the contract. Sorry.
Wasn't it conditional on payment?
On payment,
No.
that's what
The
that's
function room was free. Then we agreed a payment.
So what we were
you agreed a payment?
No, we didn't agree.
Didn't agree to nothing.
I'm sure you just said you agreed. The payment he would receive would be the payment he would get from the in the pub.
The trade. That's the payment.
Wasn't a booking fee of £35 then?
No,
they weren't.
Right. Well, they're saying there was.
Well, what people say and what people do are two completely different things, aren't they? But a contract was entered into with Jordan and the landlord. The landlord has reneged on that contract, and therefore there's a bit of a problem, isn't it, legally?
Well, we'll see how many people turn up. I'll discuss with the landlord the terms of their contract, but I think we need to facilitate something reasonable.
I'd love to. You know, I mean, I'll tell you what I would like to do. I would like to go in there and I would like to talk to the people who are invited in an amicable, orderly, sensible fashion, and then I would like to drive home and go to bed. That's what I would like to do. Unfortunately, we have a situation here where you're not to blame, I'm not to blame, the brewery's to blame. So, you know.
Well, our position is that whatever, obviously, it needs to be peaceful, whatever happens.
Anything's peaceful.
So that's why we would be here, just to.
Well, we deal with the police quite a lot in our role, as you can imagine, and they are exceptionally professional, and the work that they do is wonderful, and I no doubt that what you're doing is exactly the same.
And it will
However,
well,
you know, we have rights as citizens of this country. We're not here to be walked all over. We're not here to be told where to go, by who, when, why and what. We're here to exercise our rights, and we will exercise our rights.
Appreciate that, but if there's any infringement in terms of on the property, then we need to look at that.
If there is the possibility of, you know, a disturbance, or if there's anything untoward happens, or if there's violence occurring, then fine. That's obviously your remit. My remit is to just come here and do my job.
Has anybody turned up yet? Any people turned up?
No, but they're on the way. I've had a few confirmation of some arriving.
Okay. I'll go and speak with this chap. Is there any other alternative venues that you've considered or could have?
Oh, Jordan's tried.
I've tried every pub in the area.
Yeah.
It's last minute. See, this is the problem. If we'd known yesterday, or if we'd known the day before, then that would have been fine. He's had this venue booked for at least, what, 2 weeks now?
Yeah.
So there hasn't been a problem up until now. Lastminute.com, we find out that we're not allowed to hold our meeting here, and it's absolutely ridiculous.
Right, I'll go and speak with them and let me see if I can speak with the brewery.
I mean, if you would like to imagine the shoe on the other foot, yourself, you booked a christening, for example, or a birthday party for your daughter or your son, and then you'd entered into agreement, can we come and use your pub? Yeah, fine, let's get a buffet on, there you go. Oh, sorry, 1 hour before, when everybody's been invited, you can't have it. Why not? Well, it's because of the way you think. Oh, hang on a minute, no it's not. It's because of the way that somebody thinks that you think. Well, that's quite scary ground to be on. Very scary. Imagine this, if me, him and her were brown.
Yeah, what's your point there?
Well, we'd be pulling the race card, wouldn't we?
Well, strange comment, but anyway.
But it's a good one. It's food for thought, though, isn't it?
I'll go and speak to him.
Yes. Barred from a meeting because of the colour of your skin. There you go. They're getting no fucking joy out of me, are they?
You know your stuff, Adam. You know your stuff. I'll give you that.